Clavicular, Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate, Sneeko, and Nicolas Fuentes got together and did the stream of all streams, the stream to end all streams, honestly. The type of that makes you go, honestly, this industry should have never been cultivated. It should have never existed. It's probably the worst thing that humanity has brought about since the atom bomb, okay? I cannot comprehend something so awful. 1.5 white people in this graphic. Bro, you put all of this together, you barely got one white guy. What do you mean 1.5? Clavicular doesn't even count as white anymore because of all the peptides that he's doing, and he's the closest to being white in that crew. And yet they're all white supremacists. Time to delete the internet. Time to delete the goddamn internet, dude. It's over. Why weren't you invited? I don't know. Because I have a conscience and I'm not a white supremacist. Also, unironically, I'm whiter than all of these guys. So that's probably the reason why they didn't invite me to the diversity seminar at the Heil Hitler conference. Okay. That's why I wasn't invited. I mean, there's numerous reasons. Number one, I'm 6'4", and I think these guys barely crack 6 foot. I don't think any of them do, actually. Okay. Number two, I'm the whitest person in this room, except for this dip. Number three, I'm too straight for these guys. Let's be real. And more importantly, I'm not a ginormous head. But I will say, woke is so back, and this is yet another testament to woke being back, as I was joking about, but also kind of sincerely talking about for like the last couple of months. We are so woke that our goddamn Nazis are DEI. I said America's a profoundly diverse nation. Even our Nazis are DEI. Andrew Tate, Nick Fuentes, Sneeko, Tristan Tate, Clavicular, Myron, and Justin Waller arrive at the club playing Ye's band song. They all sucked each other off after this, by the way. I don't even want to... Normally, I would say, like, this is gay as hell, ironically, but I don't even want to associate gay people with anything that's on screen right now. You know what I mean? It's like, this is truly the lowest of the low, I think. Oh my God, he's wearing the Helly Hansen too. God, what the Helly Hansen? What the Heliante? Oh God, they are so soy.
Oh, we're here? We should have kept it going. How we doing?
They're so cool. They pause when they open the doors. Fake demons. Yeah. The 2026 Rape Summit was a rousing success. The Aryan race has officially been expanded for initiatives of diversity and inclusion of those committed to the cause. To many more, cheers. Yeah, I try to figure out like what's the unifying factor here, because like it certainly isn't race, right? Like, yeah, they're white supremacists, but it's obviously not race. This is unironically a more diverse grouping than like any number of different like DSA meetings. Okay. What the is going on in America? They got more diversity here than a BLM rally. What the is happening? What is happening, dude? I guess it's just like they're all tryhards. They're all deeply insecure men. They all hate women. The unification factor here is just like women ain't and deserve less. That's probably what it is. Bigotry of all different sorts, all different varieties. It is remarkable. Like, I'm sorry. It is quite remarkable. Like, this isn't to say like, I'm not doing the like all gay people are homophobic here. You know what I mean? Like, obviously I'm not doing that at all. It's primarily, this movement is primarily still built around like defending the white race and you know, perceived victimhood and grievances. But like, I cannot get over the diversity of a group of people that are organizing around loving Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler would have killed all these motherfuckers. Adolf Hitler would have killed himself all over again if he realized this is what his movement represents now. This is who's carrying the flame. Like, it doesn't make sense. I know a lot of people will say like, oh, Hasan says you like rich guy who's a socialist. Like, there's plenty to dive into within the ideological framework of socialism if we're going to get into it. But like, you literally can't be a black white supremacist. You literally cannot be a Nazi who is, you know, Haitian and Filipino. You can't be a gay Mexican Nazi in the United States of America. It makes no sense. Like, it definitionally makes no sense. Like, even in the most maximalist understanding of socialism, the most wrong interpretation of socialism, right? Which means like socialism equals no money. You can still make the argument that you don't die. You just give away your resources at the end when the big socialism ray, you know, when you get hit with the big socialism ray, you just distribute your finances, let's say. Like, that's the most faulty understanding of socialism. In this concept, you die, right? Like, you can't live with white people as a white supremacist. None of this makes sense. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is beyond, like, I guess the unseriousness of this movement. Like, they don't give a shit. More so just to be contrarian, like, look at us, we're so edgy, like they're 14-year-olds. It genuinely feels like these are like emotionally and mentally stunted adults that just got trapped in like the 14-year-old mindset. And that's the reason why they're doing this, to be like, ooh, look at how edgy we are, right? Maybe it's a little bit of self-hatred and internalized white supremacy. Why is there no from the right holding these guys to account either? That's the other thing that I don't understand, where for the most part, it's like right-wingers that will say, Hasan, you're rich but a socialist. That doesn't make sense, right? But there are still leftists who genuinely also believe that faulty notion. You genuinely cannot be a black white supremacist and like survive, right? You inevitably die at the end of this, like, whatever you are perceiving as a utopian society, like, you're dead, right? Confusing to me is like, there's no like ideological purity on the right. There's no like purity spiraling on the right where they go, hold on, why are all of our guys black and brown? JD Vance's wife is named Usher, and his kid's named Vivek Lamont. I know, but it just doesn't make sense. Yeah, I know. ADL is finally on the case. A group of influencers who bolster anti-Semitism in their hateful behavior walk into a club in Miami and request Ye's Heil Hitler song. No, this isn't the setup of a joke. It actually happened. And guess what? The nightclub shamefully obliged. Why would a nightclub play a song that glorifies Hitler and was banned by multiple streaming platforms? Imagine being Jewish, out for a fun night, and now you're surrounded by people performing Nazi salutes to a song that glorifies the individual responsible for murdering 6 million other Jews. This is not okay. Vendome, Miami. Care to explain? Yeah, what movement do these guys represent, ADL? Who are these people? Oh, that's right. It's because I wasn't there. That's the reason why they're not that mad. You know what I mean? ADL was like, you know, I guess you guys were having an extended quirky moment, just like Elon Musk, you know? Remember when the ADL said Elon Musk was having like a weird quirky moment? It was just an awkward gesture that Elon Musk had done. Maybe these guys were just doing awkward gestures over and over again, right?
They don't understand the things I say on Twitter.
I guess it speaks to like the lack of seriousness of it all, where it's more so just about like the reaction that they're trying to get out of people. Like, look at us. Ooh, we're so bad. I feel like I'm a crazy person sometimes, or maybe I'm the only sane person. I don't know, because the last 2 years were spent with all of these like supposedly anti-Semitism combating institutions actively attacking the platform that I'm on, demanding that I lose my livelihood, demanding that I lose my platform because of my consistent anti-Zionist position, right? Like, not because I'm anti-Semitic. I fight against anti-Semitism openly and all the time, right? Very consistently, as a matter of fact. And it's so crazy to me that the very same institutions that spent every waking moment trying to actively come after me and everyone else that had anything to say about Israel were attacked viciously. The platforms were attacked. They threatened everybody around, and all they're just letting it slide. Brad Palumbo says, yes, we know. I think he's gay, right? He's like a gay Republican or a gay rhino. Yo, Nick, I'm going to go bring some girls over. Fuentes, nah, I'm good.
Yo, Nick, I'm going to bring some girls over for you. I'm good.
I feel like incels see them with these women and think that's cool. I need to be a Nazi. I don't think anyone thinks this is cool. I think the incels that look at this and think it's cool are already so lost in the sauce. Most normies look at this and go, this is the most repulsive I've ever seen. I feel like this is embarrassing even for like the groypers, you know what I mean? All the comments are only homophobic, not even repulsed by the song. Even right-wingers are just like calling these guys the F slur over and over again, talking about how gay they are and I think about like the psychology behind like the right-wing movement and where it's going. And I genuinely think these guys have just like run out of things that exist in like the normal American political conventions. So they have to be unconventional because there's a constant need to up the ante. And when the administration, the Trump administration is just like doing 1488 memes and you know, talking about how America's future for white children must be secured and all this stuff, like they have to do something that rises above. And that's something that rises above in this endless need of making sure the eyeballs are on you is to be endlessly contrarian or endlessly up the ante. And I think in that regard, they have to do like the Heil Hitler stuff, right? Like they just have to keep pushing the needle, pushing the envelope to the best of their ability because the norm has now shifted in their direction. And sometimes I think maybe it's for some kind of ideological purpose. I'm sure this serves some kind of ideological goal for the likes of Nicolas Fuentes, but I can't understand where we're going. Is the necessity of engagement, is the algorithm demanding they rage bait to stay relevant? Yeah, I mean, one version of this, of course, is also what Nick Fuentes has been doing, defending Jeffrey Epstein. Guy who basically said every Jewish person is actually a part of a Jewish pedophilic cabal, unironically has like a moment where he could directly point to a real example of a guy who happens to be Jewish, who is running like an international sex trafficking of children ring, but because he has to defend the Trump administration because he's actively trying to win favor with the Trump administration, or because he has to be an endless contrarian, has decided to defend Jeffrey Epstein on the virtues of pedophilia, right? Nick Fuentes says Epstein was cool as and has accepted his role as a villain and doesn't care about being canceled.
Epstein's my boy, dude. Let's just be honest. Epstein was cool as there, I said it. What are you going to do? Go ahead, cancel me. Yeah, I said it. Jeffrey Epstein was cool as fuck. Now what? Go ahead, cancel me. Do it. So sometimes we have to be the villain. Sometimes we have to be on a villain arc. That's okay. I'll be a little unpopular. I've been unpopular before. I like it better.
Yeah, he wants to be the new Charlie Kirk. I said he's really trying to be the next Charlie Kirk. And people mistook what I meant here. Like, I'm not talking about like he wants to get Charlie Kirk. I'm saying like Charlie Kirk played a role in defending the administration. Whichever way the administration was going, Charlie would have to also play along and play ball and be a propagandist, right? First and foremost, his highest priority was defending Donald Trump. So famously, even after he made a big ordeal about Jeffrey Epstein, potentially even being a Mossad agent and whatnot, when the Trump administration came down and gave him a boss call and said, shut the fuck up about this, he very famously said, I'm going to stop talking about this, right? And I think that's the role that he's trying to play as well. It's either that or he's like increasingly trying to up the ante because this is how he makes his money, right? This is how he gets his popularity. Yeah, he's just like doing this stuff over and over again in an effort to keep up the intensity. It's like, what is the most indefensible thing, right? What is the most indefensible thing you can find? What's the most indefensible thing you can encounter? It's defending Jeffrey Epstein. Bro's in a room full of Andrew Tate, Nick Fuentes, Tristan Tate, Myron, etc., and he's distracted by a random hoe. This is why controlling lust is important. I mean, I don't even understand it, dude. I don't understand it. It's just lame. Like, reminder that Eric Adams hosted Sneeko at Gracie Mansion. Obviously, that was not that big of a deal for the ADL at all, as a matter of fact. And at that point, Sneeko was a Holocaust denier too. I mean, he still is, but he was back then as well. So yeah, that's where we're at with these guys. One of the things Fuentes originally made a name for himself was on exposing, in air quotes, other ultra-conservative pundits by bringing up their Thiel Zionist big tech network and emphasizing its ties to Epstein law. Yeah, when you get to a certain point in your career, you have to make these decisions where you have to, you know, let Peter Thiel turn you inside out. And that's where he's at. He's at a turning point in his career, I guess you could say, no pun intended, where you make the decision on if you are going to be a blood boy for Peter Thiel or if you're going to continue doing your reactionary commentary on the side. He decided to carry the flame. We are Charlie Kirk. It is interesting to me because like he's been doing this. He literally said Jeffrey Epstein wasn't bad because he was a pedophile. Jeffrey Epstein is bad because he was Jewish. Like, and also was maybe potentially spying for Israel. That's what he said. You know, what does Epstein being cool have to do with Peter Thiel? Think about it. A lot of these guys like Peter Thiel and Palantir and all these other guys are connected to not only the state of Israel, but the same financial elites that are deeply intertwined with Jeffrey Epstein. Think, and you will understand. Think about it. The pedophilic elite that we're talking about. But also trying to make sense of this commentary beyond that is also kind of silly. You have to remember, I mean, this guy is a gay Mexican white supremacist, right? Like none of it makes sense. None of it really makes sense. Nothing going on here is redeemable or makes sense at all. I will say, however, that there are people that are clowning on him even in his own audience. Like I've seen a lot of people even in the Nick Fuentes, like former Groyper audience that are like on his like pivot that they've seen in general. Via neo-Nazi, lie to convince people a pedophilic cabal of Jews control the world. Jewish guy operates a secret cabal of child sex trafficking tied to the most powerful people on earth. Perfect piece of propaganda. Come to his defense. Like it just doesn't make any sense. It's like the Alex Jones situation, right? Alex Jones spent his entire life talking about how people were going to get black bagged off the streets and arrested and sent to God knows where, and that like an international consortium of pedophilic elites are actually running the entire show. And now that it is straightforwardly happening, these guys have to sit there and defend it. You know, they have to sit there and defend it because it's their guy doing it. Anyway, the boys, after playing Heil Hitler in the club, Vendome, I guess, came out with a statement. We are aware of a video circulating online from one of our venues that includes content and imagery that are deeply offensive and unacceptable. We want to be unequivocally clear. Vendome and our hospitality group do not condone anti-Semitism, hate speech, prejudice of any kind. These values are fundamentally opposed to who we are and environments we strive to create. We are currently conducting an internal review to understand the circumstances surrounding how this request song came to be played during a bottle parade, and we will take immediate action to hold the responsible parties accountable. Our ownership and leadership reflects a diverse group of partners, backgrounds, and faiths, including members of the Jewish community. We are deeply disturbed by the harm caused by this incident and the circulation of this footage. As our review proceeds, we are evaluating additional safeguards and procedures to ensure our venues are not used as platforms for offensive and harmful behavior. We take this matter seriously and will continue to act thoughtfully and responsibly as we complete our review. There's a huge Jewish community in Miami Beach, so it's crazy that was allowed. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to have a huge Jewish community anywhere for that to be allowed. That's just like across the board, the maximum up position you can arrive at. It also happens to be Florida, so I feel like it's the only place on the planet where this could have happened. You know what I mean? I feel like no Hitler songs doesn't need to be a written rule. Yeah, it is Miami though. And if there's one place where that could have happened, it is Miami. This is not even like offensive politics. Like, oh, I take offense. This is hurtful. This is harmful. At this point, it's like, I feel like that's like silly to even bring up. Like every aspect of this is ridiculous. You know, every aspect of this incident is ridiculous. It's the ridiculousness in and of itself that these guys are trying to heighten, I guess. It's jester. Yeah, to use a terminology from Clavicular, it is jester behavior. Can't comprehend like what goes into deciding to behave like this. I also think it's pretty funny that this is always wearing that same like oven shirt, the Holocaust denial shirt with the Cookie Monster. That gotta smell so bad, bro. Every time I see this motherfucker on camera, he's wearing the same exact sweatshirt, bro. Buy another sweatshirt. Like, honestly, buy another, like, Holocaust denying sweatshirt. Why is it always the same one? Like, you couldn't get two? There's not another? You could have worn, like, the, I don't know, Paper Beats Rock sweatshirt or something. Like it's crazy. Yeah, he's Steve Jobsing it. It's the same Cookie Monster, let him cook, oven, Holocaust denial shirt that he wears everywhere, bro. Is crazy. Every part of this is clown behavior. It's a goddamn clown car, dude.